10 to 6 का काम एंड 7 to 1 की पढ़ाई, ये था शेड्यूल अनिकेत श्रीवास्तव का। अनिकेत वाज वर्किंग फुल टाइम। उन्होंने अपनी जॉब नहीं छोड़ी और जॉब के साथ साथ ही आईएसआई के लिए प्रिपेयर किया आफ्टर वर्क आवर्स एंड ही मैनेज्ड टू क्रैक आईएसआई। ही रिमाइंड्स मी ऑफ अनदर ऑफ आवर स्टूडेंट जिन्होंने लास्ट ईयर सेम चीज की थी, आईएसआई की प्रिपेयर विदाउट अपना जॉब छोड़े। हाउ डू दीस पीपल मैनेज इट? लेट्स हियर फ्रॉम अनिकेत हिमसेल्फ। Hi everyone, today we are with Aniket Srivastava. Aniket has made it to ISI. Which ISI are you going to, Aniket?
I'm going to ISI Kolkata.
You're going to ISI Calcutta. All right. So Aniket, welcome and tell us where you're from. What did you do in your graduation?
Hello, ma'am. Thank you so much for having me. So, my name is Aniket, and I am a graduate from BITS Pilani, and I graduated in the year 2024. So,
Wow.
ever since then, I have been working in Mumbai, and now it's close to around 23 months since I've been working.
So how did you want to choose doing masters in economics?
So yeah, as an undergrad in my college, I had studied an introductory economics course from which I found it very interesting, especially concepts like opportunity cost and public welfare and public welfare economics, GDP, GNP. So I just wanted to explore more in that area. Moreover, I also had a very deep interest in mathematics. As an undergrad in my college, I tried to take as many courses that I could take through open electives, but I always wanted to do it in a more structured and proper format that would end up giving me results in terms of a job or higher studies. So that's why when I came across this course of ISI Calcutta, ISI MSQE, I thought that this is kind of like the perfect course for me because it aligns with all of my interests. And
Like
that's
it's
why
quantitative economics.
yeah, it's quantitative economics. Their course curriculum, it's very exciting actually. So that's what motivated me. Yeah.
Excellent. So was your family surprised that engineer turning to economics?
Yeah, I mean, like my parents and all have been always very supportive. They were
Okay.
like, for whatever I wanted to do, they were like, okay, you go ahead. But yes, it was a sort of surprise for them as well as me myself. I never thought of myself going into this area of economics as an undergrad. I
Yeah.
always knew that I have an interest, but going for pure economics masters, I thought sort of a new thing for me as well.
Mm. And how different was the preparation? Like you said you took electives in economics and you try to
Yeah,
take as much as you can. Maths is you're comfortable with already. So
yeah.
how different while you were preparing were you how different was the experience? Because there were a lot of things that must be completely new to you. You haven't touched
Yeah.
it before, haven't heard of it before. So how was it? When did you start preparing?
So my preparation for this exam was a little scattered. I when tried to study for it in the year 2025, but
Hmm.
back then for 2 months I studied microeconomics. I had to start from scratch itself because as a college grad, I only had one course in economics principle.
Hmm.
That was some introductory course. So I
Hmm.
had to revise my concepts from the scratch.
Hmm.
And but in 2025 for in January and February I studied from this book named Dave Bisanko Intermediate Microeconomics. But
Okay.
in February I realized that my prep is not that great right now because at that point of time because I had only been able to study some concepts of microeconomics and I hadn't even started on macroeconomics yet at
Hmm.
that point. Thought that this year is not going to be possible for me to give the MSQE exam because it's going to be pretty complicated for me.
Hmm.
So in February I left, and then along with my job, my job other responsibilities came. I got projects and also I got focused on that. Then all of a sudden January 2026 came, and I realized that okay, if I want to go into this course, I have to start. So in Jan 2026, my preparation actually began in full swing. That's when I started studying the courses. I mean the books that were recommended online.
Hmm.
So for me, yeah, I mean I was a little bit. I was not that confident because economics is not my area.
Hmm.
Coming from an engineering background, I
Hmm.
was a little bit skeptical if I would be able to make it because and but somehow the books that were recommended, I just started going through them.
Hmm.
I started in January. I started with macroeconomics first,
Hmm.
and from this book called Gregory Mankiw,
Hmm.
and it's a good book. So I started studying from that book, and
Hmm.
actually I wanted to do classes as well, online classes from EduSure and all, but I did not have time. I mean, the timing was not matching for me because there
Hmm.
was a job. During the daytime, I was busy with my job. The only
Hmm.
prep time I could get was in the evenings.
Hmm.
Like, and so that's why it was a bit difficult, but yeah, somehow I was able to. And
When did you join us? What month?
I joined in Feb
You joined in
2020.
Feb.
Yes,
So
Feb.
did you, and that time, so Feb, we were just done with IIT, and
Mm.
then we were started in prep for CUET. Did you give CUET?
No, I only gave ISI.
Were only focused on ISI. Okay. So, so then how did you do? So did you then once Feb came, you had all our material and lectures. So then what did you do?
Yeah, so by the time Feb was there, I had studied macroeconomics and I
Hmm.
had studied microeconomics from Halvarian.
Hmm.
So I was feeling pretty steady with my concepts.
Hmm.
I so from the lecture series that I had got from you from EduSure, and so I started watching them. Uh, I mean, I tried to make sure that everything that is being taught at EduSure, I am not missing out on that.
Hmm.
I mean, I because I had only studied from the books, but
Hmm.
the teachers they know better about what comes in the exam and what is the course curriculum.
Yeah.
So I tried to watch the videos, and I mean, I definitely got help from many of the topics that I was otherwise not able to find
Hmm.
online or anywhere. Like in mathematics itself, I found convex, quasi-convex functions, all of those things. I studied from EduSure lectures, and also then for ISI, the main thing that many people ask the aspirants to do is to practice the previous year papers. I
Hmm.
mean, they are the main
Yeah.
source. That is the extremely important step in this preparation. So
Hmm.
from and EduSure's there were problem solving sessions that had been
Yeah.
uploaded on your portal as well as that were being carried out. I mean, I couldn't join in the problem solving sessions when they were being carried out
Happening.
in
Hmm.
real time, but I was definitely watching the uploaded videos
Okay.
to make sure that I was steady on my concepts and all.
So what is your job timing? Like how much time did you actually get to study every day?
My job timing was around from 10 to 6:30. It
10
was
to
like,
6:30.
yeah, 10 to 6:30 I had to be available online.
So this
And
was a work from home job that you had?
it
Or was
was a
it
hybrid job. For 2 days I had to go to my office, and
okay?
for 3 days I was having work from home.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So effectively you could only sit after 10 6:30.
Yeah,
Seriously, to study.
yeah, yeah.
And then till how much? So till what time did you study then? After
Yeah.
6:30?
I mean, after my job, I mean, after my workday used to get over, I would be able to sit by around 7:15 or
Hmm.
7:30, and then I would go on studying till I will try to study till 1:30 in the night. So that's how it was. I had to manage that. Yeah,
Wow. So about 5 hours you try to put in 7 to 1, and
yeah,
then 10 o'clock job, and then after 10.
yeah.
So this was your grind from Feb till the ISI exam. Did you take a break before the ISI exam?
For 1 week before the ISI exam, I took a leave from my job. I mean, I
Hmm.
asked them for a leave, and I solely focused my preparation completely towards this paper, doing
Hmm.
the previous year question papers, doing
Hmm.
the uh, all both PA and PEB.
Hmm.
So I was prepared. I was completely focused on that. Yeah.
Okay. And were you able to take the mock test? Like, did you do the mock test, or this was all just focusing on PYQs?
No, yeah, I was able. I did attempt the mock tests as well. But of course, the timing was not matching for me because
Hmm.
compared to other aspirants, I mean, I felt that I had started my preparation relatively pretty late. I mean,
Hmm.
in Jan, I had started my preparation, and the exam itself was in May.
Hmm.
So in mock tests, I was not able to perform that great. I mean, but I definitely used to attend the mock tests. I used to give both PA and PEB, and
Okay.
I used to try and see what all are the areas that I'm lagging in. So I mean, mock tests were definitely helpful for me to be able to get an idea of where I was standing in my preparation.
Hmm.
So I used to give that.
So when you were doing the PB, how was that? Because a lot of people get, they get very dejected that, why aren't we being able to solve it? Or, it's so much writing. What do we write? We don't know. But so how was it when you were preparing? Because doing an MCQ is completely different from writing a
Mm,
subjective answer. So how
understood.
was that for you?
Um, while preparing for PEB, I was also, I mean, I was a bit when I first saw the PEB paper, I was a bit confused as to what does ISI actually expect its students to write. But
Hmm.
I was initially what I used to do was I used to see a question. I mean, any let it be from any topic. I would write my own solution first, and
Hmm.
then I would see if that is correct or not. I would go online to EduSure, so I mean your platform, and I'll see the previous year question that had been solved for that paper.
Hmm.
So, and then
Okay.
I would try to compare that if, okay, these are the steps that are being mentioned,
Hmm.
and if I have written that or not.
Hmm.
So, it was a lot of hit and trials to be able to finally figure out that I mean, how much to write.
Hmm.
The main thing that PEB requires is proper writing, a
Hmm.
proper practice of writing the answers, solutions in a copy or on a piece of paper, because that is the main thing that actually the student has to do in the exam.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, PEB for PEB, that's what I used to do. I mean, looking at a question and trying to think of its solution and roughly writing it. I used to do that before, but then I realized that this cannot be possible. This is not the way to go. So I
Hmm.
started writing my solutions.
Properly.
Yeah,
And did you also give timed exams? Like, sit for 2 hours, give PEA, and then sit for 2 hours, give PEB. Did you do that
yeah,
as
yeah,
practice? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I
Hmm.
used to in mocks, EduSure's mocks were themselves timed. So
Hmm.
PA was itself timed on the platform. And
Yeah.
previous year question paper, I used to put a timer on my mobile, and I used to do
Hmm.
those like that.
Hmm. 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 Okay. Okay, sounds good. And when you gave this exam, how was your thoughts on this current exam? Because this exam was slightly tougher than usual, So your cutoffs
Yeah.
this time also were low. So
Yeah.
what did you think after the exam? How did you perform?
The exam this time was definitely different. After giving PEA, I thought that, mathematics was more calculative. I mean,
Hmm.
it was more, I mean, one had to properly sit down and think about the question for 1 or 2 minutes. I
Hmm.
mean, ISI this time they tested us pretty well on our concepts of mean value theorem and calculus integration
Hmm.
series. So
Yeah.
mathematics portion was, it was good, and economics was again not my area. So I thought that maybe my preparation is lagging a bit. I mean, I saw this time I saw many questions come from public welfare and public goods.
Which is
Uh,
usually not come.
yeah, it's a pretty niche topic that ISI had rarely touched upon in its previous year papers.
Hmm.
So yeah, this time PA paper was different
Yeah.
yeah, and PEB, this time PEB, when opened the question paper, this time I saw that out of seven, five questions themselves were from mathematics only,
Hmm.
mathematics alone. I had now not expected that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was a bit different this time, but
Hmm.
what I did, whatever I could at that point. That's
Yeah. And
Thank
I
you, ma'am.
wish you all the best for your ISI journey.
Thank you.